Walnut Hill Farm coming at you. Today, these chickens are 5 weeks old. They are out of the tractors and they are running around. So I have 2 tractors leaned up right here on blocks so that they can easily get in and out and escape from predators, obtain shade, food, water, that kind of thing. And then they get to stay within these ropes here and also be safe from predators. So more of that in a couple days. All right, evening, just collected eggs. Day 1 of our 35 Sunnyside Freedom Rangers being out. This electric netting is not on. I feel fairly confident in the security of the fencing. I'm more worried about that. Oh, did you see it? They've got some ups. This is 4-foot fencing from Premier One. It's their poultry netting. I'm worried about them jumping up and out, A. And B, I'm worried about them getting eaten by a predator from the skies. I don't know if you can see that, but obviously a lot of birds around here, barn swallows, things of that nature. Which are great, you know, eat the bugs. You know, they live on my barn though, so it's not ideal. Those windows came out just recently, so now that I've got a bunch in there. So that's cool. I didn't realize it until they had already made a nest. The goats are all sassy right now. They're not eating anything but the alfalfa I give them. And I've tried to limit the alfalfa I give them. But it's like, they still don't touch anything. Oh, she's getting feisty. And they still get their grain and stuff. So, it is what it is. See, they do hustle pretty good when these swallows get overhead. But let's check feed and see what we're working on here. It would be a nightmare to try and count right now. 32? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Whoa. Missing 3, huh? Oh, there's 2 right there. So 34? Usually what happens is, when we have put them out on netting like this before, if one gets out somewhere, like let's say crawls under or something weird, not that big of a deal, because what it'll do is it'll circle the pen pretty much the whole day until you check on it, and then you got to try and catch it. Now there has been about 2 birds that have gotten away from me completely. This was about 4 or 5 years ago. I had the tractors over there. They basically got out underneath the tractors, and when I went out there at night, it was about 8 or 9 p.m. They just sprinted out into the woods. Oh no, they're out of water. Filled that this morning, so it's probably been draining all day. Maybe it wasn't on a level surface. Bummer, man. I'm probably gonna add an extra feeder to the one right behind me right there, and extra water, especially as they get larger and consume more. But for now, I'm trying to keep it all in one place so that they kind of return to the same place every night to roost for now. Will you go over there? Oh my god. Okay, well, anyway. I just got some new water. It doesn't look like it's leaking, so I'm not exactly sure how they drank 3 gallons of water today. This is cute, too, because they try and figure out how to get around, you know? And they, oh, got it. Let me come in and drink water. Not impressed. She's like, what the heck, dude? Getting in their steps, girls. Woo, Denali. So we have 35 little guys out here right now. On about, I want to say it's like, if we were to say about like 40 by 65, let's say. I could pull a tape, I guess I could. It's not a perfect square, just because we have some of the layout that I had here with some of the grass I wanted to keep them on and stuff. And so they were really thirsty. I'm really glad I got out here and got them something. But so we've got 35 birds on about 2,500 square feet, I'd call it. Right? What 40 by 60, we could call it that. That's 2,400. So we could say that 2,400. So that's, you know, quite a bit of space. I think I've heard that they need 10 square feet per bird. That's only 350 square feet. Not a lot of room. Not what we're about. Not what we want to give. We want to give as much space as we can. I've even thought about, you know, this whole thing right here. The layout that I have isn't exactly how I would like it to be. Okay, so I'm thinking that at one point what I would like to do is... I gotta watch this cat. Are you kidding me? What are you doing with these chickens? You better not. But I trust her. But one of the things I was thinking about doing was like sectioning off where they are right now. Like it's gonna be hard because I want them to get bigger and explore this and eat the grass and eat the feed and all that stuff. So they've got their free feed right now, and then they can be out here pecking at the grass and scratching and stuff like that, which is awesome. Very, very grateful to be able to do that. The one thing that I'm interested in is like kind of moving paddocks with them. We used to just keep them in the trailers, the tractors, and move the tractors every day. That's a lot of work, so I'm not really interested in doing that. Plus, I feel like with the way I've had to do this, it limits their ability to get feed and scratch and stuff like that, especially as they get larger. I'd like paddocks more and moving the netting, the fencing, than I would like to move the tractor. I could have made the tractors larger. The problem is my property is not flat. We have a ton of moles, and since I don't have any large animals compacting the soil or any, you know, the pigs kind of till it up for me over here, but I'm not able to run enough animals. I'm small enough and moving and all that kind of stuff. So my thought process with these particular batch is basically just let them be outside as much as possible and free range this paddock as much as possible. And then if like in 2 weeks this is looking rough, right, which I don't think it's going to be, I think it might even be too much room, is kind of what I'm talking about, is where I could maybe move this corner over to here, like kind of take this corner and kind of bring it to over here, and then bring that corner right there to here and kind of wrap them in as they're in here, kind of make them really hit this one really hard while I set up the other paddock like right next to it, kind of like a checkerboard where the two corners of the square are touching, and it'd be like crossover by like one 7-foot panel. And then what I would do is just open up that 7-foot panel. And what she's doing, is she gonna hunt a bird right now? It's a quick way to get in big trouble, kitty. This bird just wants to sleep. She's like, I'm tired right now, okay? I like it. They're like, what are you gonna do? Tiger's on the move. Okay, so we might try that in a couple weeks. The big open space that I'm trying right now is just kind of like to see what happened, to see what it felt like, you know, see how much space I actually had to really feel it, and to see how much they used in the day. Like I came out here and they're everywhere. They're all over the place. You know, obviously they're under here now. They were really thirsty. That's really my fault. I should have checked it a couple hours ago when I got home, but I just assumed that they'd still have 3 gallons because that was full this morning. But they are moving around. They are pecking at things. They are eating grass and other goodies. Not a ton of bugs out at this time of year right now, but I'm hoping they're finding some worms. Look at Jinx. Oh my God. What? He's really pissed because his sister's so much smaller than him. She can fit. Look at him. Oh no, hey, I gotta fire up the electricity so that the cats get shocked. Oh my God. Hey! Update. I pulled up both my energizers. I got S16 from Gallagher and an S20 from Gallagher. I could feel nothing when I had the S16 on. I can kind of feel something when I have the S20 up. Now, neither of these energizers have been in the sun for 2 years, so I cannot even believe it's clicking on. I only have it on right now just so that in the morning it'll start catching sun. hopefully power up a little bit. I'm gonna leave the S16 out here too in the sun so that tomorrow morning we can try it. I don't know how to hook them both up at the same time, but I might need to do that so that it gets powered through, touching how much ground contact it has right here and just how many wires it has to run through. Specific Energizer came with the easy step in Gallagher fencing. That's only 4 wires linearly. And I think it's only like 100 foot or 115 feet or 120 foot or something like that. So this is a lot more than this thing has done in the past for me. So I'm just hoping that I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos tonight, show everybody how to hook them both up together. That would be really awesome if I could get them both going. Have that double power. So the reason I'm showing you this is because I was just came out here, put the goats away. It was about 8:30 nighttime. You go give them some grain and put them to bed. Well, I came out here, I walked down the path here in front of my barn. I come down here and I walk up right in front here where this tarp is. And I look over and Jinxie's sitting right here and Crystal's right here, kind of where I'm standing. And right over there is a cat down and hunkered down. And if you just saw my video earlier, obviously the cats, small enough, can fit through here. And could even figure out how to get under if they take enough time. So that wouldn't be good for my birds, potentially. If this cat, even this guy, look at this little bird right here. She's just cruising the fence line. So I think, I don't really know exactly why Jinxie and Crystal were sitting here and here, where the other cat was sitting right here. I don't know why they were kind of, were they guarding the chicks? Were they just like, who are you? Or do they know this cat? I don't know them. I didn't have my video up. I was about to grab my phone out of my pocket. Second I put my hand in my pocket, it sprang up and ran into this brush here. So I didn't get a picture of him. He's white and gray with some brown. Don't know where he's from. But my hope would be that now that I've got some electricity running to that fence right now, and I have the Energizer set up, hopefully to grab some sunlight in the morning. I was gonna put it up front so I could easily turn it off, but this is just dirt. All this dirt right here is all rock underneath, about this far down, so I can't hammer anything in. It's very difficult, and I'm using a really wide pole, but about an inch wide post to set the Energizer on. So at this point, I decided that the south side of the run would be the best idea. So, fingers crossed. Oh, can you see that through the tree? Wouldn't that be cool if this picked up just how awesome the moon is? So, this is the other fence. I gotta rip all this out, and then there's a concrete pile right there. I gotta scoop out with the bucket and widen this all out. I'd love to do that tomorrow. If these things could be as good as our eyes. Alright, well, thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. You don't have to have a goat to be the goat.